Welcome to Mystics Spilling the Tea. I'm Leslie Hall, the Purple Rose Psychic.
I'm Ashwani, Southern Fried Psychics.
And I'm Nickelle, Rising Digital.
So I want to read y'all something really quick. It's the soft goodbye to 2025.
Oh, yeah, read
A
us.
soft goodbye.
Not everything ended beautifully, but I'm grateful it ended. I'm walking into 2026 without grudges, lighter, calmer, ready to start again without needing to rush the healing.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's awesome.
I love
That last
that.
I love that
line.
too.
Yeah.
I loved that. So I wanted to read that today. So
And that's perfect for today's episode.
yes, because we're going to be talking about the new year and grudges and resolutions and
Versus a word of the year.
word of the year and the year itself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's jump into this.
I love it. So for me, I stopped doing New Year's resolutions because it is technically a form of self-sabotage. You set a goal, you don't meet the goal, you get disappointed with yourself, you're stuck in this toxic cycle that you do year after year after year. And I think it was one of my spiritual teachers that inspired, I can't even remember which one it was because this was eons ago, that said, well, I do a word of the year. And I'm like, oh, I want to do that. So I started choosing a word of the year. So last year for 2025, my word was breakthroughs. I definitely had a ton. So I do that instead of a resolution. Oh, I want to lose 20 pounds. No, well, breakthrough is a little bit more of a tent term instead of a specific, something that's going to set me up for failure. Because what if I don't lose that 20 pounds, that sort of thing? Then I'm going to make myself wrong and be back in that same cycle. So what about y'all?
Well, I kind of think about resolutions as it's more of a goal. And maybe some people need to be goal driven, but I do like the idea of having a word because, I personally don't do resolutions at all.
Did you ever?
No, because my whole thing is, if you know me, you know I'm pretty goal oriented.
You don't say.
As a Sagittarius, I have a lot of drive, so I don't do that. But I know a lot of people who do because they do feel like they need something to be striving for. And I get that. That. But myself, I'm more like on the move all the time.
Yeah.
So what about you?
Yeah. On the move. I like the word because I guess the resolutions, at least in my experience, have been very like, yes, I want to lose this. I want to gain this. This is, but with a word, it feels like, I don't know, the significance of the year just feels different.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can go with that.
It just, I don't know, there's like a special feeling infused into it.
Well, because you're manifesting, you're creating the energy of the year for you,
Yes.
not what it is for everybody else.
Right. Exactly.
I guess I'm spontaneous and I just like do things on the fly a lot.
Spontaneous is awesome. I love that quality.
Me
I'm
too.
a Pisces.
So, I
Are you
mean,
kidding me? I'm
God,
spontaneous.
I love
So that's the reason
spontaneous.
why I'm like, I don't feel like I just have never done it. It's
Yeah.
like, nah, we'll just, and maybe it's because I did see it as failure because I might be a little ADD, HD, maybe not. But
I relate to that.
so, that's the reason why I just never have done it. Just never thought it was like anything I needed to do. I do eat black eyed peas. And y'all will be eating black eyed peas today.
Yeah.
I love it.
So, yes, we will be
Normally I
eating
hate
black eyed
those
peas.
suckers, but I didn't do it last year, and last year was a shit year.
Yeah. We
So-
learned
Time
lessons.
for New Year.
Yeah.
This year's different.
So with 2025 being the year of the horse,
Mm-hmm.
Dun, dun, dun.
there's a lot of movement and a lot of things going forward for every zodiac sign. This is going to be a fast moving year. There are going to be things that are happening. It is the year for everyone to really look at what you really want and really go after it because this is a year of changes and momentum.
Yes, changes in momentum. I think for me, like one of the things that was coming up last night, because I was going through everything and just kind of like I have these little smudgies from Modern Native Trading, and I was burning them, and it's like white sage oil, and had the window open, and it just felt so good, just like this nice beginning. And what I've been noticing is trying to, for me, switching from like an anxiety focused life, I guess focused life, into like being present
Yes, girl.
and enjoying, and like, no, you're not running late, man. No, this person's not going to be mad because of whatever. Like, and actively having that other voice saying those things. That's the vibe I want for this year.
Good.
That's
The
the better-
taking up
yeah.
space year. It's my taking
Yeah.
up space year.
It's a year of trust for me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's a very big year of trust.
I was just going to add what you were saying about, being the whole thing is it's all in divine timing. You never know if that's the one time that you're running, let's say 5 minutes late, kind of thing. You might have been kept from a car accident.
Right.
And we are the only thing in the entire universe that goes off of a timeline and constraints.
Mhm.
Everything else is when they say in universe is time because there is not a definitive timeline.
Oh my gosh, don't get me started.
It's humans and
Yeah.
how, especially Americans, like everything is go, 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 do, be, be. There's always something. And what I started doing the end of this 2025 was really being mindful with and aware of just being calm and chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No agenda, no errands, no, I got to do this, I got to do that. Blah, 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 blah. I stopped doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rush. Get to the
Yeah.
next thing. I have to say, one of my favorite, because you said about the time constraints. I don't know why, but randomly, years ago, I was like, wait, so with like daylight savings time, we just basically all got together, town hall meeting, and said, hey, if we get on the same page, we can turn back time.
I don't know if
Is
they said
that
we could
what's
turn back
happening?
time.
You
I don't know
never
if
know.
it was a Cher song or not,
I
but
could turn back time.
yeah.
Give it up, Cher.
Give it up, Cher.
I
But
love
it
her.
was one of those things that like it doesn't make sense to me but it was because the days are shorter and or the days are shorter. And so it had to do with farmers and getting their
almanac.
goods and stuff to
Yeah.
trade and everything. Because if you pick all day long fresh fruit or vegetables and everything like that, and you pick them all day long and you take them to the market at the end of the day, well, if your end of the day was, an hour earlier, but the sun hasn't gone down yet and, the farmer's still picking, they want to get that out there.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's one of the things. The other thing is, I feel like it just really, but not everyone in the world observes it. Not every state in the United States, I think, observes it. So
Which
it's
is
just
so
really
surprise.
weird.
Like,
yes.
Why are we not across the
Yes.
board? Like either do or don't.
Exactly. And that's why I was like, so we just all agree.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all it is.
And
Yep.
so, and when they started that, they had the only means of transportation was horses and buggies. So think about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Different.
Okay. But now we have modern transportation that can get us there with lights. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
So, is it necessary or is it unnecessary? I know they've talked about it a lot. So
Yeah.
I thought at one point they were going to do away with it.
That's what I thought.
I mean, I don't see how it is necessary in today's modern times. Why?
yeah.
I
Just
have
because
no
we've
idea.
always done it, I guess.
I guess. Yeah. But,
Tradition.
yeah.
Yeah.
More like rinse, repeat.
Rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the funniest thing to me is if you really look at everything,
Yeah.
It feels like we're off on the calendar. Like,
Yes,
that's what it really
does.
feels like we're off on is the calendar.
It like messes with people's
Like,
moods.
and so it's like the calendar is even off on seasons and things now. And so I don't think it has to do with time change as much as maybe we should have had 368 days in a year. And we didn't. We had 365. Who came up with that?
yeah.
I know, because what about leap year? We don't have
Exactly.
365 days.
You have
if it's a leap year.
366.
There's- yeah.
Yeah, it's just random. So getting back on this year, the year of the horse, I want to tell you, the year of the horse brings movement and momentum. Where truth was revealed, we now get to act on that truth. 2025 was a year of truth. If you think about all the things that were out there, there's a lot of truth. There's a lot of fake news, yes, but there is a lot of truth in some of the news. And that's one of the things that I feel like now is the time to act on. This is a year of courage and forward motion. So it is a time for us to maybe as a nation to unite, of trusting instinct over familiarity, of choosing freedom. Clarity turns into action. Confidence grows through movement. The shedding is done, so now we run.
Yes.
And they say some will still continue to shed up into the Chinese New Year, which is February 17th, which I'm okay with because it's really about, nothing's wrapped up really neatly in a package with a red bow, that kind of thing. But to just forge forward of the life that you do want to create. So an example of a lot of spiritual people, we've kind of all said the same thing. It's been really hard to manage all these energies out there, like the lower level vibrations. We've been sleeping a lot more, those sort of things. Is if you just go within and you just, one, stop watching the news, don't listen to the news anymore, get a reliable source for yourself, something you can actually trust when you want to watch the news, not be addicted to it or not be, in that cycle of the negative toxicity, because that's pretty much all it is these days, is really go within, trust yourself, and then do your research. Like know your own truth and do your own research. So example, if you see an article and it just doesn't sit right with you or whatever, okay, deep dive, do your research.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. You really do have to do your own research and see, and actually develop your own opinion.
Yeah.
That's what we've failed to do these last, several years, is develop our own opinion. We rely on the opinion instead of the news reporting facts. They're reporting their opinions. And so that should have been our job. We should have been given the facts and then we develop our own opinions, but that's been taken away from us. So in order to get that back, you have to research and then develop your own opinion. So I believe that that's also coming this year.
Well, and there's been such a great divide of people making other people wrong. If it's their belief, how is that impacting you? Granted, leadership impacts us all. Okay. But if somebody believes for a certain bill or believes for a certain this, if it's not, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for.
If
but
it doesn't impact you, why are you voting on it?
Yeah, or harmful. Like if it's something it's intentionally harmful, like the bills against trans people and not getting them health care, mental health, things like that. Well, mental health should be provided for everybody. We should be in a world where it's free to anyone if they ever need it, because
mental
of
health
everything that goes on in the world. How could it not impact your mental health and stability? If it's not every day, it's it's a roller coaster, because that's what living in America is right now. And has been for probably since the pandemic, really, to be honest.
Yeah. We just need to get back to making our own opinions and everything. And as such,
stand together.
But what is your word this year?
Oh, mine for
and do you have a word
2026
this year, Nickelle?
Do I have a word?
Do you have a word?
I have a word. Yeah. So I had been thinking about this leading up to it. I do like financial freedom, but
That's
mine's
two
just
words.
freedom. Mine's just freedom. But
Oh, I love that.
because there's so much happiness and joy in these little moments of freedom. I was thinking about that last night, like being able to walk around without like, oh, I'm going to wake somebody up, or like, listen to certain music. Just like I get to live my life.
Yeah.
Happy
I love that.
how I want with my daughter.
Yeah.
And that makes my heart so happy. That's
And
what I
she'll
want.
see that through you,
Yeah.
I
which is
love
so
that.
beautiful.
Yeah.
What about you?
My word, if I had to come up with a word this year, it's going to be trust, and it's trusting in my journey. I we did that release ritual,
Mm-hmm.
and we're doing the incoming ritual at Embodied Crystals on the
4th
4th of
January.
January
So in a
from
few days.
7:30. Yeah. So one of the things I liked about the release is I noticed when I was writing down everything, it was stress over this, stress over that, stress over this,
Mm.
stress. And one of the things I actually wrote down was stress over worrying about things that might happen that haven't happened.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And I'm like, I truly do over worry and I over stress myself. So my goal this year is trust. Trust the journey, trust yourself, trust the people you're involved with, trust. Just trust.
That's a perfect and beautiful word.
Mm,
I love it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love that too.
It's a big jump
Yeah.
for someone who stresses all the time and worries all the time.
Yeah.
But it's just something that, if you think about it, it's just taking away from the joy of the day.
Yes.
So I don't really want to be worrying about every little minute thing. Just trust. Trust the journey. Trust.
I love that.
I like the
Mhm.
it's not happening to me, it's happening for me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It feels like
That's-
that. Yeah.
That's one of those things because as we all go through life, we all have obstacles.
Yep.
And those obstacles are life lessons. And they are to help you navigate the next obstacle. And so that's, so now it's more of like just saying, okay, that obstacle is here for a reason.
Mhm.
Trust that it was here for a reason. What is it you're supposed to get out of that?
Yeah.
So it's trust.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Mhm.
Which I love that because trust is something you can build upon. Trust is a stepping stone. Trust is like,
Mhm.
having faith. I mean, there's so many beautiful qualities. And same for your word freedom, that can be applied to everything.
Yes. Exactly.
So when I started on this journey, trust was my biggest thing. I had to trust my guides.
Mm-hmm.
So I do still trust them, but I wasn't trusting the situations
Yeah.
outside of the metaphysical and developments and things. I wasn't trusting that. And so this is a different journey in that I do trust my guides. I do trust my angels, and I trust that I'm on a path. And so now it's more of okay, just trust all the situations are there for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Trust each step is for a reason,
Mhm.
a development, something you will learn, something you will cherish, something that you have to shed. There's reasons why these things are happening. So trust.
I love it.
How about you?
Well, I had 2 words because I can make up the rules if I want because it's
Yeah,
the word of the year.
true, yeah.
It's word
But
of the year.
I'm actually going to be inspired by what Nickelle said. I'll just bring it down to freedom because it is a little more like it applies to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's other areas in my life I would like a little freedom, not just financially,
Right.
Right.
because I listen to my guides. So trust is a great word because I love that that's your word because, for me, 2025, I went all in on my dreams. Well, I should say I actually started in 2020, but 2025 really was putting all my stuff out there as much as possible. I had invested in myself. I had my TV pilot and then I have my short film and then I was working on the documentary. So I really, for a while, was mad at my guides for why did you tell me to do that when it's put me in such a difficult, challenging place.
Mm.
Then I had to do this and then I couldn't do that. And once I got out of that because I had to reestablish trust with my guides and know that they showed me that for a reason. And I don't regret investing in myself. I don't regret because the message was, why wait for somebody to tell you can do something? You have the finances, you have the savings, do it.
Yes.
And so I did, and I don't regret doing that.
Good.
That's good
So-
because you don't know
Man.
how that's going to end.
I don't. And
Yeah.
again, if we don't focus on timeline, okay, so I shot a TV pilot in 2023. Well, maybe it doesn't get found or
Picked up.
discovered until later.
2026,
Yeah,
2027. Maybe you were
exactly.
ahead of your time.
Oh, well, then there's that. Because I generally do that. If I trust, because I generally, from day to day, I trust my guides beyond a shadow of a doubt. I'm like, okay, well, you're giving me this for a reason. All right. So then it's up to me to kind of decipher where does that parlay, where, is this for this? Is this for that? That kind of thing. Kind of develop my own plan, and then I usually take immediate action.
Yeah.
I'm one of those that
I know.
I love
that.
spontaneity. I love
Mhm.
adventure. And it's just like, okay, yep, let's do it. Let's do it right now.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so, or like if there's not something established or I can't find something or there's not a group or whatever, I'm like, okay, well, what do I usually do in these circumstances?
Yeah.
Then I create one.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, man. I
So-
love it.
I'm going to ask y'all about your New Year's traditions or anything like that. Anything that, like, I personally, I like to get a full year reading to see what's coming this year.
I actually got to have one of those with you.
I know.
I think I've only done one my entire life.
Have you really?
Yeah.
See, it's kind of
Wow.
interesting.
And it wasn't one. It wasn't somebody that I
Genuinely trust.
yeah.
Okay, that trust.
That's a great.
That's
that's a
big.
great way to put it. Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
big one.
Trust. I did Nickelle's, and
Sweet.
It was cool.
I bet it was
really
Well,
cool.
Leslie is amazing in her own right.
So that was my first time experiencing a reading with her.
Oh, you hadn't had a reading yet? I don't think I have
No.
either.
No.
yeah, and so I did a year reading for her,
Oh,
and so it was. And I really like doing year readings for people because, first off, it gives some clarity on a few situations and things, and it touches. I feel like it touches on more because, like, when I do a regular reading, usually my guides and your guides, the client's guides, are specifically focusing on a message you need for right then.
Yeah.
It's not for necessarily the future.
Right.
So when I'm doing a year-long reading, there's a story that's for the year. And
So
it's
cool.
more than just, it may be love, it may be finances, it may be a combination. It may be, there's going to be a block, an obstacle. It tells you everything. And so I really like to do those. And so that's, I do one for myself. I hate reading for myself, just FYI.
Yeah, I've never asked you about that. That's
I
interesting.
don't like reading for myself.
Why though?
Because here's the problem. It is really hard to not let your ego in because you know what you want.
That's true.
right.
I
Or
know
put your
what I
bias
want.
in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard
Yeah.
because I know what I want.
Yeah.
And so reading for myself, they may say one thing, but my mind goes, oh, no, this is really what we're doing and this is how it goes. And so that's where it gets a little wonky for you. But all in all, I do like to do those because I feel like it gives people a lot of information. And it also, I think it gives people like a lot of hope for the year because you meet a
Totally.
lot of people and especially after 2025, a lot of people will come in downtrodden and kind of depressed from 2025. So this gives them hope of what's out there for the future. So I like to do,
Yes.
I like that as well. So that's one of the things I like to do those. But yeah, traditionally, I just do a reading for myself and eat black eyed peas.
Yeah,
Huh.
it was really cool too, though, to see like each month represented by 2 cards.
Yeah, I did 2 card read for each month.
Yeah,
I think
and
that's how I've seen it done.
I'd never
Yeah.
heard of it before.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
And so it gives you it. And the funny thing is again, it's channeling and it is intuitive. And so what they give me and show me is what the cards mean and stuff. And so that's kind of cool.
I think that's where I'm a little different because I do read for myself, but
Do you
not
like to?
like, huh?
Do you like to?
Yeah, because I will do usually the same thing of show me what I need to see because then that usually gets me out of my head and out of my ego. And then I'll be like, oh, okay, I'm paying attention, I'm listening, I'm whatever. And then usually I'll get like a channeling or like, let's say I do 3 card spread, past, present, future, basic. And I'll usually get like, this is a story or timeline or maybe a number in my head, things like that. And I'm like, okay, but then I also have to work hard not to attach an expectation to it because
Okay.
we're the only people on the planet, humanity, that has a timeline.
Yeah.
So-
I see what you're saying. So, yeah.
But I do prefer, like, I get this question a lot too. Does readers go see other readers? You bet your booty we do.
Yeah.
Most people do, I think.
yeah.
I don't see a ton of other readers.
I don't see a ton.
I don't see a
I
ton.
gotta
no.
trust.
No, I
I've had a bad reading.
yeah. I actually, I I trust my astrologer.
Yeah.
I do go see an astrologer. We are very good friends, and she is a wonderful person. And so I go and see her,
Mhm.
and she actually is the one who told me to get into this.
Awesome.
I love
She
that
was the one that
story.
told me to be, to do this professionally. That my guides were waiting for me, and
Thank you for saying that to Leslie.
Yeah.
and so she is a dear, dear friend of mine. And so she gave me a reading, and it's going to be interesting. I'm excited to see how it turns out. See
Me
if
too.
she's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
You deserve the best because when we dedicate our lives to being of service, it's really hard to forget ourselves sometimes. So I'm proud of you when you do take those moments and you do get what you need.
Yeah, because you don't. w- I was looking at my calendar. Okay, I work full time.
Mm-hmm.
I have 15 events in January. So if you look at the number of,
That's crazy.
if you
Yeah.
look at the,
Wow.
if you look at the weekends,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 15. That's half of the month. The month is 31 days.
Yep.
So yes, there's some double bookings and things like that. But January is a busy time. I'm doing 5 days of fairs, 6 days of readings in crystal shops or metaphysical shops. We're doing the retrieval or the manifestation for 2026.
Yep.
And we're doing the dragon,
Yeah.
finding your inner dragon class
Yeah.
on the 23rd, I believe, of January.
Yes.
I think so.
I think
And
that's
then
right.
the 24th, we're doing the open gallery or the seance, whichever one you want to call it. But it's calling in your loved ones to get
Yeah.
a message. And so we're busy.
Yeah.
We're
Now
busy.
February is the busiest month so far.
Your February.
Oh my God.
is-
I have no weekend left in February.
Yeah.
And even during the week, they're peppered through here and there. I'll have during the weekdays, but my February is booming.
Yeah. So there's
it's good.
plenty of opportunity to come see us.
Mhm.
What about you, Miss Nickelle? What are you up to, Miss January?
How's your
Miss
2026 shaping up?
January.
Miss January?
I don't know. I will my my schedule is so far well, I don't want to say open because I pretty much have a lot of stuff going on with you.
I know.
You know, so I'm
She's
like,
she has
well,
a lot going on with me.
but there was something that I was gonna say, and now I can't remember because
May it come back to you.
yes, Mucinex.
Mucinex. I love that. Well, I think that you have a lot of opportunity coming your way this year.
Yes,
We've talked about that.
we have talked about that, and I feel that as well.
And if you need a logo or you need a website built or you need some help with social media, Nickelle is your girl.
Yeah.
She's our digital guru after all.
Yes. So
Yeah,
we
thanks, man.
love that, and she's worked with with several metaphysical people, and I love that she actually digs down to find your personality to make it part of your logo. So
That was
I'm-
my favorite thing. The form that you have people
Yeah.
fill out to really
Yeah.
establish what the vibe and the feeling, like that to me was mind blowing.
Really?
But in such a beautiful way that I really got insight into you and how you're actually there for that person to create what they really envision.
yes.
I don't know another person who's ever done that.
Wow. I
Yeah.
really appreciate that, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Aw, so
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you guys. Yeah, I think I was thinking, okay, there it is. Thank you, Mucinex. um, was that keeping the motive in mind when you were talking about having a full schedule and how it's like crazy. And I know that for us, when we get in those moments, we're like, when am I going to catch a break? Because I start to tell myself the story of like, great, and then I've got to do this. And then I gotta, but I was thinking back to when you said, Leslie, that your guides had told you that if you start professionally now, that you would help more people from this part of your life forward than your entire life.
Yes.
And so thinking of that, like, I know that has to keep you going. That
It
has
is
to
the
be
thing
like
that
the
keeps me
push.
going. Yeah,
you
it is
know?
the push. It is the push to help other people. Is a service. Like I said, it is a service field, and you're helping other people. I can't tell you how many people that come to me, and a lot of it feels a lot like counseling. I mean, It really feels like counseling.
Totally.
Because you have people who want things but aren't sure how to start
Yeah.
in that direction to get them.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the things that, like I said, the reading gives them information, and then I just add to it. And it's amazing to me to see someone come in who's kind of lost hope and kind of at their wits' end, and then to leave feeling renewed and
Hope.
having some hope, and actually looking at manifesting things, and are interested in what's going on around them now. And so it does help people, and that is part of the thing. I look at my calendar, and 15 events is a lot. But then I was like, oh, but look, this Saturday, it doesn't start till 7:30. So I actually have a Saturday off. That was that's my way of analyzing these things.
Which is great.
Yeah.
And so that's how I look at things. It's like, oh, it's really not the whole day. So it's really, I have time off. I will have this time. And then whenever I work, people don't know this, but usually I work a 10-hour day so that I can come home, and then I have Fridays off. And so when I'm doing some stuff Fridays,
410s.
yeah, so I'll do 410s, or but whenever I come home from working a 410, I usually just go to bed.
Wow.
I'm wiped out from work, because it's a thinking job. I have to really think of how to put a puzzle pieces together, and so I come home and I crash.
Yeah.
So
That makes sense. Well, and I think too, like, just to summarize what we've been talking to today, is I think that would actually, choosing a word instead of a New Year's resolutions would set people up for a greater success, a greater, higher vibration for the platform of 2026, instead of maybe it's the same old, what they've always done, and gotten the same disappointment or the same cycles. Right. Or, okay, great. If you did lose those 20 pounds and that was your resolution, awesome. Proud of you. I applaud you. Just know there's also another way.
Yeah, and so with 2026 starting off, and it's the year of the horse, the momentum. We want everyone to be feeling successful and feeling hope and happiness in the world.
Yep.
So we need to wrap it up.
All right.
I'm so
that
sorry.
time again.
It is that time again. So, any parting thoughts, Nickelle?
Welcome to your year, guys. This is the year of change, the year of freedom. Let's do it.
Ashwani, what do you got?
Make sure you're following your own path and following your own heart.
And I have trust that you are never alone. You have angels, you have guides. They are all working for your better good. Rely on them to help you through the worst of times, because they are here to make you have the best of times. And that's it.
You're all so wise. I love it. I love you guys.
And this is another episode of
Mystics Spilling the Tea. I'm Ashwani, Southern Fried Psychics.
I'm Lezli Hall, the Purple Rose Psychic.
And I'm Nickelle with Rising Digital.
And we are the
Mystics Spilling the Tea.